Come to find out, this guy just got off. He's in the middle of a case for shooting the cops.
No way.
And that's why the cop didn't stop. And we're over here pushing our buttons, pushing our luck. And I'm riding this guy's tractor. I sold his son solar.
Wow.
On his house. I couldn't do his. The guy's literally was living off like candles or some shit. His bill was like $40 a month, but I got his bill.
Living off candles.
So like that's the shit. Like we see that and we're like, game on, buddy. You fucked with the world. We're like, all right, let's go.
Well, what sucks is like I like the past couple of months I've been doing like a lot of endurance stuff, like running.
Yeah.
And so like I'll get like every 3 weeks doing jujitsu, like I can't walk or something.
Yeah.
So I had to stop doing jujitsu to train for the half marathon.
Oh, geez.
And but the thing is, it's not like riding a bike. Like when you go back to rolling.
So that's where I was getting. Yeah, that's exactly where I was getting to. Was like, everyone's like, oh, you're still trained, dude. I'm so competitive that I'll drive myself nuts. I'll go in and there'll be kids that I knew that are like way more advanced, and I go nuts. I'm like, I'm out. I have to be good, or I'm just like, it drives me crazy.
Yeah,
like with anything, but jiu-jitsu more. It's like you go back and it's just the cardio.
Yeah.
Different. No, there's no cardio like jiu-jitsu.
Well, you're like just carrying someone's weight while you're doing the cardio.
Yeah, you're always in a clench. You're like, there's not just lifting in like a little. It's 3 minutes. You just.
Or you're getting waterboarded by some dudes like
the fat dudes with their
rash guard dripping sweat in your mouth.
Worst. And then the ones that don't wash their clothes, it just smells like pure like piss.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That's funny.
Yeah. So what are you doing now? What do you got going on now?
Shit, that depends who you ask, man. I'm big. Like I do a lot of like I'm in sales. I'm a recruiter. My main job is I'm a recruiter for a solar company, SunRun. And I sell solar. But I also own my own businesses. So my whole life I've been in, you got me on the TheVIPHost, right? So it was like, I do nightclubs and events. I got 2 suites at the Garden. So I actually sell tickets in the suites. And we have that for like next unforeseen future. So I just I started off club promoter. I've been a club promoter, I've been in sales my whole life, but I've been a club promoter. Now I'm pretty much one of the biggest club promoters, Boston, all the big clubs. And then, but my main job is obviously recruiting because of Nightlife. I just know so many freaking people, and like sales is just there. So that's what I do. But yeah, my main job is SunRun Solar, knocking doors, hustling.
What's that like?
It's tough. It's tough on. It's amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's the best thing ever. Like we're printing money. Who would have thought? But I love it. It's new to me because I been in Nightlife for the past 20 years. And I've had little businesses here and there and done stuff like, different like investments, stuff like that. But then I kind of got into this. I got bait and switched. I asked something for somebody, like a business opportunity. They're like, yeah, come by the office. I'm going to introduce you. They didn't show up. It ended up being an interview. But when I walked in, there was these kids like 22. Yeah, they'll be 22 now. Or they were 22 at the time. And pulling up in G-Wagons, McLarens. And they're a full-time college student. And I'm like, this is either fake. I was like, and I knew a couple people, because everybody when I walked in was like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? Like, I'm like, they knew me from Nightlife and shit. And I'm like, let me see your 1099s. Because I actually happened to go in at the end of the year, and it was like October, and they do like your end of the year to dates, right? These kids, like 22, 23-year-old kids, like I use the term, but they're not now. I know they aren't, but I was like, these bums, these young kids, I'm like, did not look the part. We're at like $400,000, $500,000 year to date, and it's only October. And I'm like, all right, something's not right. They're either that's their sales or something. And then I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go back. Went back to another one. And then I was like 2-3 weeks later. Now they're at like 500, 600. I'm like, all right, And then I went up to the kids I knew. One of the kids used to work for us at the club. And I say the word bum. I was like, he was a bum. He was partying, doing his thing. He knows who he is. But that kid was at $500,000.
Wow.
And a year ago, before that, he was on somebody's couch. And I look at it, I was like, okay, let me see if this is real. And I call my boy, my best friend. I'm like, dude, this kid is at $500,000. What the fuck are we doing? Like, I make good money, but I'm like, that kid is at half. I'm like, I'm gonna be a millionaire. It didn't turn out like that. I'm still getting there because I got so much. But it's like I was like, holy shit, these kids are really making money. And then the top sales kid was a full-time college student. He got up. It happened to be that day. Thankfully for me, shout out Shiv. He was he he got up and he's like, yeah, I'm a full-time college student. My parents won't let me drop out. I made a promise I want to graduate college. It's tough for me to get out there every day knocking doors, and I'm at $500,000, and I'm a full-time college student. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I started getting into it, called on my best friends. I'm with my best friends, recruited them. My best friend ended up being the number one sales kid that year, which was last year. Made $1.2 million knocking doors straight from the NFL. Made more money than he ever made in the NFL. He'll tell that story. He's awesome. And then my other boy, everyone started. I just brought kids that weren't in sales. We're all from like business mindset, entrepreneur mindset, but we have the gift of gab. We have that like just talking, communication. It's like people trust us because we're just honest, and we're not the sales guy. Like, hey, here's my survey. Here, let me do it, like whatever. And I fucking love it. Now I'm the top recruiter. I've brought in all these guys. I love it, but I love giving back and like getting all these kids and just, kids that would never know. Like I just tell kids that have never been in this. And I'm just like, dude, you can do it. And they're like, bro, I've made so much money. I made more money this month than I made my fucking whole year. And it's like they just see it and they just get that mindset. So
the solar game's changing a little bit though, right? With like the tax credits and whatnot.
So it actually benefited us for SunRun because we're not we don't sell solar.
It's leasing programs.
We do a PPA, which is a power purchase agreement. We own the systems. We're a commercial company. We actually get tax credits because we're commercial. We're not a resident. The residents don't get, the homeowners don't get the tax credit because the big beautiful bill, shout out Trump, ended all that stuff. So it actually benefited us because all these other dealers and everybody went away because that was their business model. Ours was not. We're actually not a solar company anymore. We're actually the largest battery installation company in the country. We actually push batteries. I think we were 70% of the battery installations in the country. So you store the power, send the power, either use it or send the power back to the grid, which is going to benefit in the future because Mass, and if you know anything about this stuff, but California isn't like net metering 3.0. They actually also have peak and off-peak times. A lot of states have peak and off-peak time. So people think it's great when they read it. They're like, oh yeah, during the day I only pay 15 cents a kilowatt or whatever. At nighttime, they juice you and pay, like, no pun intended, they juice you for like 40, 50 cents a kilowatt. 90% of your power is used at nighttime. So you're literally getting charged double.
Wow.
Because you use all your power at night. With us, the batteries and everything, you can use that power at night. So you're not paying for anything. You're hedging your power. So it's actually benefited us. That's what I love about it. So I thought the same thing. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll do it, get a bag and get out. And now I'm still there. So I'm like, geez, it's been 2 years. So it's
Do they have the big culture building like that? Because I used to do solar before I started my company.
So that's the thing. I'll be honest. So I've been out of the game. I started off, a little background history. I started off as a cell phone guy in high school, selling phones in the mall. That was like the thing. I thought I was making a killing, $1,000 a week. 16, 17 years old. 20 years ago was a lot of money. I was young. I was in high school. Had more money than anybody else in high school. And then and then I got into selling cars. I was thinking about this, my history of like in case I got asked. I got into being a loan officer selling mortgages out of high school, and then
you've been to all the main sales gigs.
I've been all the main sales, man. So then I was in mortgages, and I was like, yo, this is shady as hell. I was like, oh, how many mortgages you have? Oh, you got 3. I think we can add one more mortgage. I'm like, it was like that. And then I was like, you know what? This is shady. I'm gonna get my real estate license because my dream was always to do real estate. So 21, I got my real estate license, and I got instant karma. All the mortgage fraud everyone did, the market crashed. So I didn't do real estate. So there was no real estate for me
That's hilarious.
So then I was like, I was the main component of or contributor to mortgage crisis. Like I just think about it. We were talking about it the other day. I'm just like, it was like, oh, how many mortgages they got? And I'm like, dude, I'm like 18. I'm like, something's not right. It was something not right enough for me to go get my real estate license. But I'm big on doing multiple things. I have ADHD, right? I have to do multiple things, or I'm like, I feel like I'm not doing enough. So I was doing the mortgages, and I saw something else. I'm like, I'm talking to these homeowners. Let me get real estate. Got my real estate license at 21, and then it just crashed. I didn't get to do either. And then that's why I got into nightlife, because I was partying with all these kids that had money. I was underage, so let me get in. How do I get in the club? I started partying, bringing all my guys that spend money, buying tables so I could get in, because they would get us in the club underage, but they had a table, But then I saw the money, and I was like, I started bringing a lot of people. I'm putting a guest list. I'm getting paid 50 cents a person for every person on my guest list that came. But I'm like, they're paying $10-$20 to get in. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I'm bringing in 100 people. Like, I was getting to the point I was bringing 100 people. And I got into that. And I just hustled, man. And then I was just like, so then I got into nightlife. Through the remainder of 20 years, 15 years, I was just doing nightlife. I became big. I was from Worcester area. I started coming to Boston. I had to bust my ass because I was an outsider. Never been to parties. I didn't go to house parties. I didn't go to proms. I didn't go to any of that. But I was the party guy. I was the club guy. Like, I knew how I threw parties. I saw trends. I was like, this is popular. And then I had to bust my ass because I was an outsider. Nobody wanted to let me in because at the time it was promoters. There wasn't like these big clubs like it is now that are commercial, like corporate, that own everything. It was just really the promoters ran shit. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I wanted to be the best. I had to fight everything. Got into that. And then the whole solar thing was kind of a blessing because I'll be 39. I'm 39. I'll be 40. I was burnt out. I didn't realize it because I'm making good money. It was just coming. Like, and I was partying still. And I was getting tired. Like, as far as like, dude, like, it's cool. But then I'm like, I want something more. And the solar thing, like I said, I got bait and switched, and I went in, and you asked about the culture. It literally lit a fire under my ass. I'm like, this is what I've been missing. Like, that's the shit I love, the sales. But like, it's SunRun. We're the number one company in the country, right? We're the leader, and we're buying everybody, whatever. But at first, it was corny. I'm like, the rah-rah shit. It's like Wolf of Wall Street. Like I said, I went to the first meetings. I'm like, this shit's fake. These are just these numbers they're putting on. I'm like, let me see your paychecks. Like, no, not even paychecks.
That's smart way to.
Let me see your fucking your bank account now. Yeah. Don't tell me what you've got deposits. Show me what's in your bank account. And this kid's 22 years old, showed me $350,000, and he pulled up in a G-Wagon. And I'm like, he's like, I'm in college, bro. And he shows me his fucking, what do you call it? I forget, his class schedule. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, I was lucky if I had $5,000 in college. And so I started doing that, hustled, and I started recruiting, and I brought in all my boys, and that made it even more fun because now we're so competitive. We're making, like, what I like about it, I've done all the sales, like car sales and all that shit. Car sales guys aren't friends with each other. They're greedy. They want to make money, and they'll cutthroat you. You cannot take anybody's sales. I'll go with my boys, and they'll help me close my sale. And my sale is 100x of a car sale. They're making $500 a car. I'm making 10, 20 grand a deal. And my boys help me do it. And then we love it because then I'm going to do it with him. We're making so much fucking money. It's like, damn. It's like I'm looking over like, is this shit legal? Is this real? Like, it's fucking. So it's the rah-rah that I love, the excitement. But now I've done so much. My part is the recruiting. I love getting kids. You see, I get hyped about it. It's because I'm passionate, because I'm like, this opportunity is amazing, and a lot of these kids don't realize it. Like, the kids in my office are 20. I feel bad. They're 23, 4 years old, making $300,000-$400,000. They might never have this opportunity ever again. But they're balling, and they don't realize. Like, it sucks because I was making good money when I was that age in the clubs. It was fake money. It was printed money, but it was cash. So we were spending it like it was drug money because we didn't know what to do with it. What
do you mean it's fake money?
Like, it's just like it was coming so quick. Like, at a night, I can make 10 grand.
Yeah.
But I was spending 11,000 the next day, right? Like, it was gone before it came, but it was always coming, so we knew it was coming.
You thought it would never end.
Exactly, right? It was like drug money. Like, that's why you just ball out. But like these kids, they can go out, knock a door, get 10, 20 grand. So a lot of them have that habit, but then it's like, there's not a lot of jobs you can go make 10, 20 grand and like have the freedom to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I can drive. If I'm broke, I can literally get in my car and go fucking get money.
Yeah.
A regular job, you have to literally show up, work 40 hours a week, do your job, and maybe get a grand or two.
Well, I mean, there's some collaterals that go with that. It's like you deal with a lot of rejection.
You do. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. And it's self-discipline is the biggest thing because there's a lot of collaterals. Like you said, there's what comes with the money, right? Your habits, your spending, you're living beyond you start building this lifestyle.
And then it starts fucking up your sales job because you're out partying.
Well, when you get a $30,000, $50,000, $80,000 check on a Friday, how are you going to tell me to go knock in -3-degree weather and have some dude tell me to go fuck off at his door or pull a gun on me or what has happened? But like to get that motivation, that's what sets people apart. People look at all the solar guys, all these fucking cocky little guys, but like, you don't know what it takes. It takes a lot, and it's once you get over the rejection. I've been rejected my whole life. I'm Irish. I've been. But I love it. Once you turn it into a game, and like the guys are at the door. Oh, fucking get a real job. Get a real you know what I mean? It's like, dude, I made
If you only knew.
If you only fucking knew, bro. Like, what are you
Yeah.
working 88, 60 hours, 60,000 a year? I
Yeah.
can make that. I mean, this year I barely work because it's the worst quarter. I made $22,000 this last month doing nothing.
Yeah.
And that's from like December.
Yeah.
Now, but it's like, it's the mind. It's if you can get through this shit, you can do anything. And the best thing to do is get out there and keep going. Don't fucking take a break. Don't go on the vacations because then you got to start over. It's a momentum.
So when you're recruiting, how can you tell someone that's going to make it versus someone who's not?
It's somebody that like just doesn't the rejection. They don't care. Like it's the hustler. Like, what do you like? All right, I go in a mall and the guy is selling, like, he's greeting you. They're trying to sell you something. It's like, dude, you're doing this for what? Or I think you found me from Smart Boston, right?
Yeah.
So I saw that we had the following.
Yeah.
I actually hit up Diego. I hit him up.
He was on this morning.
Was he?
Yeah.
I love that kid.
Yeah.
I hit him up, asked him, I talked to him. I hit him up. I saw his videos. If you notice that all the videos are SunRun, the
Yeah.
past.
No, I didn't know that.
If you look at the past, and the reason I hit him up, I liked what he was doing. I recruited him. I said,
Yeah.
hey, I'll trade you. I'll do interviews for you, but I want to interview you.
Yeah.
That's it. And he came.
Hell
and now
yeah.
he's done like 10 of our top like sales reps in the country.
No way.
They're all doing interviews and shit. I love that kid. I went to one of his events the other day. I like what he's doing, but I'm like, bro, you're literally doing what I do, but you're putting a camera in everybody's face. The difference is I'm getting paid 10, 20 grand. You're just getting video content for hoping whatever. I'm like, bro, but I guess he did this stuff. I think he did something like similar, like HVAC or something.
Yeah, he started in HVAC.
So
he was telling us
that's
he,
what
like,
he's done.
that
So
was one
I
of his first
love that
gigs.
kid. Diego's my guy, bro.
Yeah,
Love
he's
it.
a good dude. We had him on the first
And
one
that's
this
the
morning.
type of shit I look for.
Yeah.
The hungry guys that like, bro, just trust me and you'll be good, because I'm very good at that. I'm a club promoter. I've been recruiting. I have to recruit 500 people a week to get to an event. Like,
Yeah.
and every week it's a different event. I'm just have that sixth sense. But it's just, yeah, I mean, my boy, I also, though, on the flip side, I have my buddy, he was in the NFL. I told him, like, bro, we can crush it. He became the number one guy in the country, not because he was a good salesman. Obviously he is, but
He's got the credibility.
he's a professional athlete.
Yeah.
He wanted to win. He didn't go in and say, he already had money. He wanted iron money. All my boys that are crushing it wanted to win. That's all you need is mentality. So do you want to win?
Yeah.
The money will come with it. Whatever you do, whatever the job or career you end up doing, if you just want to be good at it, whatever you think you want from it will come with it.
Athletes translate well into sales, I found.
100%. It's competitive.
Yeah.
It's you, and like, even if it's like, because if you compete and you have that drive and you do well, you're gonna like, you set your goal for, like, say you want 50 grand, you set it for 100, you fail, you're gonna hit the 50. But you just want to win. So like, if you're gonna win and you don't give up, then you're gonna come away with something.
What's your best story knocking doors?
Depends. I have a story that I always think about, and I tell this people, like, it's about going out and doing something. Like, see, I'm competitive, so like, if you can slap me in the face, I mean, I probably won't end up too well for you, but but I love that. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. I don't care. Like, you can't. I'm very, I'm in Southbridge, Mass. We're in the sticks. I'm with my boy. I'm with my boy Nick, right? He's a black kid. Just for context, he's driving his pickup truck. I'm in the passenger seat. We're parked on a dead end street, and we're in Southbridge, like farm town. This guy comes on this big ass tractor. I'm talking a farm tractor, big red, like 1920s tractor. It was like, I thought it was a lawn ornament, but we're just sitting there. We're knocking doors. Now this is like Trump country, like redneck, sticks, past Worcester, almost near Connecticut, I think. And I'm sitting in the passenger seat in the truck, and this guy, all of a sudden, my boy Nick, and we're best friends. I recruited him, and he's looking up. He's like, "Oh shit, we got trouble." I'm like, "What?" And this guy comes out, like beard, like Grizzly Adams type of shit, and he comes up and he's got a gun. And and my boy goes, "Yo," he's like, "We got a problem." I'm like, "Nick, shut the fuck up." He's like, "No," no, I got this. And he takes his hat. He's got a camouflage hat, like mine, and he's got his like American flag pin. He's putting it on. He's like, "I got this guy. I love Trump guys." He just transitions. But there's multiple points of this story. And anyways, the guy comes up and he has a gun and he puts it up to us and he goes, "What?" He goes, "You guys lost." Well, he goes, "Are you lost?" He didn't see me. We know what he meant. Mm-hmm. And my boy goes, "Yeah." He's like, "We were looking for you." And I'm like, "Nick, shut the fuck up." And he's like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "What do you mean you were looking for me?" And my boy Nick, he's There's one Worcester, you know, he didn't care. He's like, this isn't the first time I've seen a gun. And he knew what the guy meant. The guy was being racist.
Yeah.
The guy put a gun to us. He was like, I think you guys should leave. I think you guys shouldn't be around here. It was about race. It wasn't about us knocking. We weren't out on his door. The cops come by. The cops drive right by him. The dude's got a gun in his hand. And he goes, yeah, you see how they didn't stop? So anyways, so we're like, nah, man. So he's like, yeah, I think you guys should get the fuck out of here. I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, this your house? And like, we probably shouldn't, but we were pushing it. We're like, now you fucked with us. And so he's like, yeah, why? He's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, yeah, we're out here. We were looking for you. Are you? And we have an app. We can see your name. We can see who, like, the house and your deed and everything. And he's like, how do you know?
You're the one who deals with the electric bill?
Yep. Like, hey, so this is your house, right? I was like, how come you haven't gone solar? He goes, oh, get the fuck out of here. You guys solar guys? Changed this guy's attitude. He's about to shoot. He's threatening to get us out of there. Now we're turning it, instead of getting upset and like turning it into my boy, he's been around. He knows this thing. Instead of him getting mad, that was like the biggest thing to me. I was like, I love that Nick did that. Like, he could have turned it and been like offended and, you know, fuck you guy, and started a fight, but we're not going to win. The guy already had his mindset. I have video and I'll show you it right now. It turned out to me riding that fucking tractor and him on the tractor with me.
No way.
And my boy Nick is filming us. I'm riding it. We went and I saw his son lives next door. This guy's so crazy. His son lived in the house next door. He came over because he was scared. Why do we have a black kid and this other kid on his lawn of my father who's nuts? Come to find out, this guy just got off. He's in the middle of a case for shooting the cops.
No way.
And that's why the cop didn't stop. And we're over here pushing our buttons, pushing our luck. And I'm riding this guy's tractor. I sold his son solar.
Wow.
On his house. I couldn't do his. The guy's literally was living off like candles or some shit. His bill was like $40 a month, but I got his bill.
Living off candles.
So like, that's the shit. Like, we see that and we're like, game on, buddy. You fucked with the wrong. We're like, all right, let's go.
You ever try to sell a police officer that tries to kick you out of the neighborhood?
So I've actually had I mean, maybe it's my personality. I've never had anyone tell me to fuck off. Other than this guy wasn't coming to tell us to go get the fuck out of here.
Well, they see the fucking ears and they're like, I don't know if I want to tell this guy to fuck off.
I get that. I've had guys be like, open the door, what the fuck? You trained? And I'm like, yeah. And then we're talking about fucking fighting and his whole battle stories of when he was a kid or a guy in high school. But no, I've never been told. I've sold cops. I mean, the firefighters are probably the worst. Not in a bad way, but it's always people, oh, my family member's a firefighter. They said solar sucks. It's dangerous. They hate solar. I'm like, every fire department in this state has solar panels on their building.
Yeah.
It's just that it's always their expert, the expert that knows better than anybody. But no, I think but the whole point of that story is the people it's your attitude. You have 2 seconds. The people that come and greet you, whatever job you have, it's your reaction to their action that can cause the way it goes. Are you going to flip out that you took it offensive and now you made it 10 times worse? Or are you good enough that you can turn it into something even better? Because I'll tell you right now, and anyone that has ever been in sales, my worst customers are always my best ones. They always end up being my best sales and always the ones that give me the best referrals. Yeah. And those are the ones that text me every fucking day. Like, hey, bro, I got this thing. And the reason is, and I just sold another girl another sale. I don't know what time, but I walked in and I had my SunRun thing on. I was getting my car done. And she's like, oh, you're one of those fucking assholes that knocks on my door every day. I'm like, no. Do I look like an asshole? She's like, well, no, but she's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I was like, did I knock on your door? She's like, no. I was like, all right then. I was like, your house probably wasn't worth it. And she's like, I was giving it back to her. She's like, no, I'm actually the only house in the neighborhood that hasn't gone solar. I'm like, listen, I'm not going to be an asshole. Don't take offense, but there's only one reason you probably haven't gone solar. 2, you have bad credit, or you have, I was like, but I'm going to guess you owe a lot of money on your electric bill. I was like, because it makes no sense. Because if everyone on your street has it, like you said, and she showed me, long story short, she owed $900 on her bill. And I took care of it, got her solar. I just got her installed a month ago. But I helped her out, got her a brand new roof. She didn't pay anything. I love the girl. She's my favorite. She hits me up all the time. So she's an awesome customer. But now everyone expected her not to go solar. She was so anti-solar. Now she's the best customer.
Is the Nightlife game pretty territorial?
It was not anymore. Now we're kind of own the marketplace because now I work for like with Big Night and all them. They own every club now. There's no you. That's with me saying when I started was very territorial. It was like a gang. You're from this promoter or you're this promoter. Getting into there and getting let in to be a promoter didn't happen. You used to have to be a sub promoter. I used to have to hand out flyers, dude. Downtown Crossing, handing real paper flyers, coming up with creative things, Like, that's why knocking doors don't mean shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was handing out flyers to people in the middle of the street, like, come party, come party. So I worked in the mall. What'd I do? Hey, you got a phone? Hey, you got a phone? Hey, you got a phone? I've always done it. Now it's like I'm at that level where I can do whatever I want. As far as, like, if I need a night somewhere, I can pretty much say, hey, like, I can do it, But, yeah, it's also a game, though, because nightlife is very short attention span. Who's cool at the moment? Who can bring the cool people out? And that's where we're at. We have every single artist, every single DJ, every single celebrity. We can't lose. But that's because we have so many venues. We have all the big venues, all the big neighborhoods.
Are there a lot of celebrities in Boston outside of NFL or outside of sports athletes?
No, I don't think so. No, literally because I think we're an athlete. Like it's such a small niche. Sports are big. I don't even know who's.
What are the main spots now in Boston?
Boston. Depends on what you're trying to do. Like depends on the demographic, right?
If you want to get a table or something.
You have like if you want a table and stuff like that, you're coming out to like my clubs. You're going to the Big Nightlife, the Grand, Memoir at the casino. Those are our 3 clubs that I promote at. And then if you're going to like your younger kids, you're going to go to Southie, right? You're going to go to Lincoln. You're going to go to, those spots. Wait 5 hours in line. I mean, it's crazy. Southie. But I mean, there's different. But then you have like different demographics. There's still the older crowd. I'll give them shout outs. You got like Venue Icon, Ace and those guys. They'll, yeah.
How do you stay disciplined in such or stay professional in such a chaotic environment?
Which one? Which environment?
in the nightlife environment.
So that was one thing.
How do you not get dragged down by it?
So that I'll say this. That's a good fucking awesome question because I've been there. I'll tell you straight up. How have I lasted this long? Because you get caught up, and a lot of people do get caught up. You get caught up with the girls. You get caught up with the drinking. You get caught up with the drugs, or all 3. Most of the time, it's all 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of you have no money, or you can't. You fuck up. You fight. You get kicked out. You ruin your reputation, right? That's number one. Can you be professional and still mingle with? I mean, you're constantly asking people wanting to come party. You know how many times people want me to come go to hotel rooms after parties and do crazy shit. I stopped. Luckily most of my promoting career I was in relationships, like the whole time. I was only in like 2 relationships, but they were all long term, and I didn't do the whole girl thing. I didn't chase the girls. I didn't do.
That's a big one because that leads to everything else when you're trying to impress.
Leads to everything, and then you got the girls coming out. Then the girls, you got fights. If you're trying to do that and be the guy,
it's like a jungle. Especially in Boston.
It is.
See, I'm living in Charleston now, and it's like the South is like way more tamed.
I'm going to North Carolina.
Yeah, and I'm not used to like when I grew up in Boston, like and coming here after college or like partying here in college, like I came back here a couple months ago and I'm like taking a piss and the guy's sizing me up like at the toilet. I'm like, I'm not used to this anymore. Like the fighting culture here is a lot different.
Is there? Well, that's it. And it's like that. And that's the other thing is like drinking leads to it, right? You're mouthing off to people that pay you or let you do your job. Your reputation here is number one. In nightlife, your reputation is 100%. Are you taking care of people? You're ripping people off? Are you not? I mean, that's where I think I hope that like a lot of people know me is because I've always taken care of people. I've always put people on, like DJs. I've always put them on. I let a lot of, like back in the day, the reason why I am is because nobody wanted me in this city. Nobody wanted to give me a chance. If they let me, they wanted me to promote for them. They didn't want me to move up or do anything else. I took a risk. I failed. I thought I'm bringing hundreds of people. I can do this on my own. When I did my own night, nobody showed up because they wanted to go to the cool spot, even my friends. Then I had to team up with other kids. Then I earned my way. Then I said I grinded it out. But that's what earned me the respect, I think. And then now these same people that wouldn't let me in, or hey, you want to partner up and do something. Then it became bigger and bigger. But like DJs and stuff, I've put a lot of motherfuckers on. But that's because that's where when it comes to recruiting, I see someone that has something. Same with DJs. I put on some big DJs that are huge. Shit, I don't know if I should say names. I was one of the first person, Pauly D, stuff like that. Like I put on DJs, but like not like that, but like other local kids, I'll give them the opportunity, and people, everyone else says no. No, I'm like, trust me, bro, I got this. Because it's not just them, it's me that I'm putting on. If I co-sign, I can't look bad now, so I have to promote it, make it look good. But then they get big, and then of course everybody wants to do something else. They want to do something on their own. I let them go. A lot of people back in the day, you work for me and you don't work for anybody else. That's how it's still like that. Even with the big clubs, you want to work for us, you're not allowed to DJ anywhere else. I've always hated that because I was that guy. I promoted other spots and I had opportunities to do other nights, and I could do it. I had the capacity. I had the following that I could actually bring enough people, but it's a risk because now I'm throwing away 1,000, 2,000 a night or more to go do another night, and then I have to just do that one, and that one might fail because I've had that in my back of my mind because I have failed and I had to come with my tail between my legs and come back. But that's the one thing where I can like consciously say that, putting people on and not worry about like this, like them doing better than you. If you do better than me, I'll dap you up and I'll be like, yo, you're a fucking beast. Just remember me when you're my boss. And that's how I've always been at sales. Number one was sales, but also I've learned it because of nightlife. Like, dude, don't worry about putting people on. Don't worry about someone being better than you. And if they are, don't be bitter about it. Fucking like they're doing something right. You can't always be the guy. But you know what? That person, you know how many opportunities I've had, this solar thing?
Yeah, they'll lift you up.
So my best friend, he said something when he's like that stuck with me back in the day. Like I was the guy, he was going through it, he got caught up in the thing. I've had times where I'm making a shitload of money. I was in relationships, my life was structured. Opposite. But then he came up. Now he's pulled me back up. Then I'm pull him back up. Like all my boys, literally the same group of core guys that were been DJs, nightlife, or salespeople, we're all still doing the same things, and we've all done the different industries we've been in because we're not worried about each other. Because we've helped each other out, and there have been people that, hey, bro, I'm doing this. You took care of me when I had a kid. I'm trying to think of this, but like stuff like, dude, you helped me out when I was a kid in college, and like nobody would help me out. I own this fucking company now. Can you help me? I want to give you an opportunity, and I'm literally in the middle of that right now.
Wow.
And I'm like, bro, I haven't talked to this kid in 15 years, but he remembers me. And he's just like, I know you're good and you're passionate. And that would be the one thing I would say, man. A lot of people are afraid to hire their competition. Like recruiting wise is very hard. I've brought in my boys and they're crushing me right now. Like crushing me. And it fucked me up because I was like, they're getting all the clout, they're getting all the fucking everything. And at first I was bitter. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, cause I was always so used to being the guy. But it was a totally different industry. Nobody knew me. They just knew me from nightlife. And I failed. And I'm like, fuck. And now I'm back and I'm crushing. But that's the one thing, man. Don't be afraid to hire your competition or like do your thing. And like, I'm telling you, it'll come back to like, if you don't take care of people, people remember it. If you take care of people, they'll remember 10 times better. And you never know where you're going to be. You could be the fucking man today. You don't know what you're going to be doing in 5 years. You don't know why you're at where you're at in 5 years. It could be not because you did something necessarily or something could have happened, but you might need somebody. And I'm telling you, I've never asked for anything. They'll always come to me, and I'm like, cool, let's do it.
So final question, what would be the one piece of advice that you've learned over the years that you'd give to someone else?
I'm so hyper right now. Fucking getting amped. Got me recruiting.
Let's go.
One piece of advice for what? For who?
Just like if you could leave one piece of advice to this world that you've learned over the years.
Be fucking kind. Help people. I'm telling you, I love helping people. It helps me. Like, I've made a shitload of money. I've lost a shitload of money. More than I've made, probably. But the one thing I have is if I ever need something, I can ask. I have a problem not asking. But I'm telling you, seeing people doing very well is the most rewarding thing that I've ever had. And it's very new to me now. I have so many people right now that are doing so well that I'm like so proud. I'm so happy, and they see me. If they see me slipping, then their house. Now I'm doing better because they owe me. Like in a way, they feel like it, and it's like just be kind. And I'm telling you, it's the most rewarding thing. And be honest. Don't fuck people. Like you're not gonna get it. You're gonna get something quick. You might, but I'm telling you, you're not gonna sleep at night.
You're gonna get a market crash right after.
You're gonna crash. Something, and you know what's gonna suck is you're not gonna have anyone to ask for help. No one's gonna help you. because one person says that you fucked them, your reputation done, and you're not going to be able to ask for help, and now you're screwed.
Yeah.
And you'll be working at Dunkin' Donuts. But that's it. Just be good and just like, do things for the right reason. Same with customers. Don't fuck them.
Yeah.
Dude, well, for what? I'm telling you, there's deals I've made. I lost money, but I took care of someone, and those customers helped me more than anybody else.
Yeah.
The ones that I thought I was doing good, like whatever, my friends, those they don't do shit. Like, it's the ones that like I said, the ones that were assholes to me at the beginning and that gave me the chance because of my personality. Those are the ones that have paid me dividends. And
Good advice.
that's it.
If people want to find your services or want to come sell solar for you, where can they find you?
You find me on Instagram. I got 2, Coady Closer. Coady with an A, Coady, Coady Closer. But I think you found me on TheVIPHost. That's me. And then I launched my new company. I launched my new company it's called Seats, 2 Suites. I have 2 suites at the Garden. We sell tickets. I'm like the biggest ticket guy right now in the area. So you guys want to come out to the games, man? I got you.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you,
that was
brother.
awesome.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, sick.
Thank you.